newest member of the Marlin family, Andrew Heaney, has joined us. Oklahoma State, first-round pick. Congratulations on the contract.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Marlins.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, there were reports the last couple of days that the Marlins and you were close, but it probably wasn't going to happen. Were you reading those reports? How close were you in the last few days?
We were really close. I mean, they picked me for a reason, and I wanted to be here. I knew I wanted to be here, so there was never a doubt in my mind that we were going to get something done.
And you get to watch a fellow Oklahoman out there in Josh
makes
Johnson.
Me proud.
Yeah, a guy that I'm sure as you were in high school and he got to the big leagues, and then when you pitched at Oklahoma State, you paid attention to a native of Jenks, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
How close did you grow up to Jenks?
Jenks is in Tulsa, which is about 2 hours from where I lived in Oklahoma City. But, I mean, you know how it is with a guy of his caliber. You hear about it no matter where you are in Oklahoma. Yeah, and I mean, it does, give you some pride, some similarities that, hopefully I can find between me and him.
I heard, though, that he is a Sooner football fan, which doesn't sit well with a Cowboy in the Bedlam Bowl, right?
Yeah, that's not.
You guys can work it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
How exciting is today, though? You get to sit down with Mr. Loria down in the good seats down there in this new ballpark. Your impressions of Mr. Loria and this new building?
Oh, this place is unbelievable. I was talking about it. We were driving up on the freeway, and I was like, where's the park? I figured it's around here. You mean it's so big, you've got to be able to see it. And we turn the corner and get out from behind some trees, and I'm like, oh, there it is. It's just this huge dome, and it's just unbelievable. I came in here and we did a lap around, and it's just unbelievable how nice it is, how new. I don't even know how to explain it. The size of it, the dome and the big scoreboard and the nice surface and everything.
From Oklahoma, I mean, how many major league teams or ballparks have you been to? How many major league games have you seen?
I've seen a few. I've gone up to Kansas City and St. Louis and down to Arlington. So, I mean, I've seen the ones kind of in my area.
Nice ballparks.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, I don't know if this is going to touch home too sensibly, but the first game I ever went to was with my grandparents who lived in Lakeland, Florida. I went to a Rays game at the Trop. So,
yeah.
But
any big league game is a big league game. That's
yeah.
And for you now, as Johnson, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for a strike, how much have you pitched since your college season stopped? Have you been working out regularly, and how have you stayed sharp over the last couple of months?
Well, I took about 2 weeks off after the season ended, and then just got back at it, got to throwing and running, and we had a couple guys who weren't playing summer ball, and we would all three go out there. Actually did a little bit of hitting, which they were teasing me. They told me I just need to work on bunting, but so I went out there and I was throwing, and I've thrown a couple bullpens, and in the past week I haven't thrown it all, but I'll be ready to go really quickly.
Now, for a college pitcher, does an organization gauge how many innings you've thrown already this year with your workload now that you've signed?
I'm sure they do. I think that they'll probably want me to go out there and get on their throwing program and get, throw a few bullpens. Maybe, I don't know if they do any simulated games or anything like that before they maybe just run me out there. But, like I said, I'm ready to go. I want to get going. And, obviously this is a last day deal, and I don't want that to hinder the season this year.
I guess the other question would be, did you watch the first episode of The Franchise?
I haven't. No, they asked me that. I haven't seen it, no.
Yeah, well, hopefully in the next few episodes we're going to see you.
I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it.
Here's the 1-2 to Bryce Harper, and JJ strikes out Harper, and all of a sudden both pitchers are starting to sharpen up. Johnson has struck out the first two here in the fifth.
There's that down and slider that Josh Johnson has pretty much gone to. That's been his go-to pitch the second half of this year so far. Outstanding bite and downward action to that.
Yeah,
very effective to a left-handed hitter. You can see the pitcher over here. He's nodding his head on some of those fastballs. He's like, oh, and then
all right.
Slider right there.
Andrew, if you were starting in tonight's game and Jeff was doing a scouting report on you, what would it say? What do you throw? What's your best pitch right now?
I like to work quick, throw lots of strikes. Spotting up with your fastball helps, and then if you can make good pitches with your secondary pitches, then you can control the strike zone. and get them chasing, get some ground balls.
Are you going to be here tomorrow night?
No, I won't.
Oh, you're going to miss Mark Burley and Gio Gonzalez, two great left-handers.
Yeah.
What's your breaking pitches? You throw cutter, curveball, slider?
Slider.
Yeah.
That's actually a pitch I started throwing more this year. I'd thrown more of a curveball my first 2 years at Oklahoma State, and went to a little bit more of a harder slider, and that's really helped out a lot.
Since from Oklahoma City, I mean, we got to give you a little ribbing about the NBA Finals here.
I know, and I want to make it clear. I'm not hating on the Heat. They beat the Thunder into the ground. They did, but the Thunder are pretty dear to my heart. I'm from Oklahoma City, born and raised there, and as the only professional franchise that we have, I got to stick with them. But I mean, all the credit goes to the Heat. They played really well.
It had to be phenomenally exciting when you got that franchise to come into Oklahoma City, and the success they've had so far has been. You've been to some games?
Yeah.
They sell out every night?
Yeah, that place is it can get rocking.
Michael Morse at the plate right now. 3-0. Nationals on top. 2 outs. Andrew Heaney, first-round draft pick of the Marlins, is our guest. He signed this afternoon and is a member of the Marlins organization. Have they told you where you're headed and what's next for the next week?
Not terribly sure. I know that I'll come back to Jupiter, and I believe that's where they want me to. I'm not sure if they want me to stay there or if they're going to send me out to Jamestown. So whatever happens, I'm going to make the best out of it. So I'm excited.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. And JJ misses up and in. Well, the Marlins are one of only 2 major league teams to have all 5 of their starters intact. The Reds are the other. The Ozzie Guillen's ball club has fallen behind 3-0 to the Nationals here tonight. (2-1). And Morse fouls it back and out of play. How was your college season this year? How did the Cowboys do?
Well, we started off playing okay, and coming down the stretch playing in league play, we got a couple sweeps of a couple teams that really helped us out, and we ended up kind of faltering at the end. We got swept by Texas A&M at home our last weekend, and we pretty much knew at that point we had to win the Big 12 tournament, and we ended up going 2-0 at the Big 12 tournament. So I want to say we lost our last 5 or 6 in a row, so it was a tough ending.
Now, I know it was a tough ending, but that's a nice dovetail for Jeff and I, because the trivia question was, where did Davey Johnson play his college ball? And the answer was Texas A&M. And then Justin Ruggiano is a Texas A&M guy as well. So it's nice of you to bring Texas A&M up. Good work. Counts 3-2. Zimmerman moving up on that wild pitch. Johnson trying to put away Michael Morse, who rolls one out to short. Reyes digs it out. Andrew Heaney, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And good luck. And we'll see you in spring training next year.
Congrats.